Hey, what is up? Probably one of the most popular complaints I get when people book Power Hour strategy calls with me is, Laurel, I have a Facebook group and it's got thousands of members in it, but I have yet to make a dime from running that Facebook group. What do I do? And so in today's episode, we're going to talk about how I designed my $7 a month program, which is a Facebook group, along with an extra training. But your Facebook group doesn't have to be a paid one in order for the strategy to work. As a matter of fact, it's even better if your Facebook group is free. But I'm going to show you guys how I designed my Facebook group and why it's converting at 54% to my higher ticket offers. My name is Laurel Portier, and I help online experts just like you amplify their brand utilizing video marketing and simple paid ad strategies so that they can make a bigger impact on their ideal audience. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about how to turn that Facebook group that is not making a dime into something that's going to be profitable, and more importantly, something that is going to actually graduate your members into your higher ticket. That's why most of us have Facebook groups, right? We've been told that we need to have some type of Facebook group to congregate and to nurture an audience. And so let me just put out one of the biggest questions I get, Laurel, and this is gonna help you figure out what type of content you should put inside your Facebook group versus the type of content that you should be putting out on your profile or your business page too, okay? So one of the biggest questions that I get a lot is, Laurel, where should I be posting content, or what should I be posting on my profile versus posting inside my Facebook group? How do I do all of this content? And so the way that I teach my students inside my $7 program, which, by the way, if you're not in it, go to adcoachingfor7.com. You can join. We're almost full. I'm about to close the doors to it. We're almost at capacity, but there's still a couple of spots left. So go to adcoachingfor7.com and we'll hook you up with even more in-depth training on how to not only grow a profitable Facebook group, but also how to grow your brand utilizing video marketing and paid ad strategies. And so in this video, let's take one step back, okay? Now, there are several avenues of places that we can put content, but they all have to work together. And one of the biggest mistakes I see is that people are posting the same thing on their personal profile or their business page as they are in the group, okay? So a lot of people are actually posting the wrong type of content in the group. So what type of content should you be posting in your group that's going to actually lead to sales, okay? So the way that I designed my group is exactly like a course. We have to treat our Facebook groups like a course, right? And so one of the most effective things that you can do is have a graduation process for your Facebook group. So in my Facebook group, I take my students from learning the organic foundations all the way to placing their very first sophisticated ad strategy. So along the way, they're learning how to create really good content organically, right? Because that is the best foundations. If you are wanting to do Facebook ads, you have to have a good organic foundation. If you don't know how to create content, putting money is only going to amplify what's wrong with your organic strategy. So they have to learn how to create the right type of content before they could even start to put money on it, right? Because if it's not converting to a warm audience, it's definitely not going to convert to a cold audience. So I take them on their journey of learning how to put together an organic strategy all the way to placing their very first Facebook ads in a sophisticated ad strategy. So I've got a graduation process. So there's 4 phases of my Facebook group. I treat my Facebook group exactly like a course. They have not only the Facebook group for a community, but I also have a portal that walks them through along with a checklist, right? We have a checklist so that we can actually help people move along. Beth, that's a great question. So Beth just asked in the comments, what about content in a free group? Do you still treat it like a course? Absolutely. It does not matter whether you have a free course or a paid course. You want to treat it like it's its own program. And the number one problem that people have when it comes to not being able to convert their group into sales is that their group isn't organized. There is no start and there is no finish. We do not want to create Facebook groups for people to live in. We want to create these Facebook groups to graduate people into our other offers, and that's the problem. People aren't building They're groups for people to graduate. They're just building this group to congregate and just dump a whole bunch of content. But we want to strategically take people on a journey from start to finish. For instance, mine, we start with phase 1. I give them a checklist of things that they need to accomplish before moving on to phase 2. And then I have them post their success rate in the group. And I also have 2 coaching calls a month. So if you want in on this, I'm going to give one more plug to go to addcoachingfor7.com. But if you want the full training on how to build a profitable Facebook group, I have done a workshop for my students. And you know what? Anyone watching this video, if you drop me a line below, I will send it to you absolutely free. You don't have to join my $7 Facebook group. I will gift it to you absolutely free, because I believe everyone needs to learn the basics of setting up a profitable Facebook group. Because if you do not have this graduation process in place, you're leaving so much money on the table. And that is the number one reason why your Facebook group is dead. That's the number one reason why your Facebook group isn't converting into sales. You don't have a graduation process. And we want to make sure that we have a graduation process. So the difference between the content that you're going to put on your profile or your business page and the content that you're going to put inside a Facebook group, the content that goes inside your Facebook group are going to be longer workshop course-like content, whereas the content that's going to go on your Facebook page or your profile, like the video that I'm doing right now, is I'm walking you guys through a framework, right? But in order to get like the step-by-step frameworks of how to actually execute that, like watching me do it over the shoulder and showing you guys real-life examples, you're going to get that in that free course that if you drop a line below, I'm going to send you absolutely free. You don't have to join my $7 group, but that's how we're going to do this. We're going to create content on our profile or on our business page that's going to walk people through the frameworks, and then we're going to keep them short and sweet. And then we're going to save the long form workshops for our Facebook groups, the long form training. And one of the most effective strategies that has worked for me is live workshops inside my Facebook group, okay? Because here's the thing. We want to be able to pinpoint the people who are ready for that graduation milestone. And the absolute best way to do that is by going live with your people over Zoom and seeing how people are grasping the content. That's what I do. That's why I have 2 live Zoom calls every single month in my Facebook group. We have one, it's called Conversions Over Coffee, and the second one is called Conversions Over Cocktails. So the first one is we have coffee. The second one, we drink alcohol and we have a really good time, and I look at people doing their Facebook ads. I help people with content. But what I'm also doing is I'm picking out who of my students are grasping the information and fully understanding how to execute it and who's ready to actually graduate. And so when I do live workshops, I'm doing the content that's going to actually help people move to the next step, to where they've outgrown my $7 program and they're ready for something else. Here's the thing. We're operating our Facebook group like a course. Exactly like a course. We've got resources, we've got workshops, we've got live trainings. And a lot of people say, you know what, Laurel, you give way too much value for that $7 group. But the way that I think of it is everyone has kind of crowdfunded me, right? To be their personal coach. And I wanted to make it my mission that I want every single $7 member to feel like they've paid me thousands of dollars in money for me to be their marketing coach. And so that's the mission that I set up for. And that's why I always tell people, don't start with a low ticket, like end with a low ticket, right? Like start with your high ticket, make a bunch of money, and then create something low ticket that you could fill and have fun. And so my students have this graduation process that I'm taking them through. And so we do that through a ton of video content. Video content is by far the best way to gain credibility, but video is by far the best way to communicate. And that's why all of the trainings that I do inside my $7 group are not like this. The trainings that are in my $7 group are literally over Zoom so that I can see and I can talk to and we could have real life conversations. And so that's the difference between content that goes on your profile versus the content that's in that group. So if you guys want my training, it's a 5-day challenge on how to build a profitable Facebook group. And it starts with the basics and then it goes all the way for the organic strategies to fill it. all the way to a $5 a day ad strategy that's going to help you run ads and the best way to run ads to a Facebook group. So if you guys want in on that, drop me a line below, drop a comment right below this video. I will not ask for your email. It is my gift just for you guys watching this video. And so if you know someone who is struggling with creating a Facebook group, if you know someone who's struggling to get their thousands of members to convert to sales, tag them below this video. I will gift them this 5-day challenge course so that they can get their Facebook group up and running, and most importantly, profitable, so that they can impact more of their ideal audience. So I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this episode. Share it. If you're watching live right now, shoot me a comment, shoot me a question. I want to know that you guys got some value. If you guys have any requests for any training, I'm going to start doing these lives every single day again, making sure that I am serving you guys in the absolute best way possible. Ramon says hi. Ramon, you say hi? Oh, he says hi? No? Okay, he shook his head no. He said no. But I guarantee you, if you guys walk through that door, he would definitely say hi to you. But anyway, I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode.